Com. They had a hit show come out with Sandra Bullock, Bird Box. Seems like a million years ago. It was only, what, like a year ago or less. And everybody watched it and they said, what is this show about? Is it aliens? What is it? No one said cell phones. But it's as clear as the nose on somebody's face. But see, people are so habituated to cell phones, they think of them as safe, their little friend. They give it more attention than their newborn baby. It's the center of their life. It's a literal crystal ball. They can dial into the whole world and see things, but be careful because there's other people watching through your phone. You wouldn't live in a glass house. You wouldn't not have screen doors, but you don't have any gates. And it's all been psychologically tested. It's the plan by the technocrats to habituate you to take brain chips because you'll only be able to use your cell phones and interface with 5G in the future if you have the chip. But it's beyond a chip. It's a neural network of wires plugged into your brain that Elon Musk says go on sale in less than 5 months. See, this isn't Alex Jones warning you 25 years ago. Or when I was 5 years old sitting there in an evangelical church in Dallas, Texas, hearing about all this. The one world government in Brussels and a computer called the beast. And now everybody will have wires in their heads. And then if you don't do what the government and the system says, they won't let you buy or sell because everything you do will be tracked by a worldwide computer system with satellites. And you'll have a digital mark in your forehead and hand. And I'm sitting there hearing this, and then it all comes true. But don't listen to those people. Plus, they've all since been bought off and fake preachers put on TV to discredit it all. But there was a 2,000-year-old warning, a transmission given to John, the Revelator. Angel tells him, take this. Takes it, and another dimension. He's now in communication for a couple days having that vision. He wasn't talking to some DMT demon either. He was talking to the big guy. Yeah, that's how this works. So let's get real serious about it, ladies and gentlemen. We've been given a transmission. We've been warned with an interdimensional transmission. That's what this is. Take a look where you're at, folks. You're on a planet in deep space. People don't think they know where we came from. We've been told we know. But we have free will. So the Creator says to his children, I have to do this to you because you are capable, as Gandhi accurately said, to be the seed of a whole nother universe. That's really our potentiality. Is communion with God is to come up, not to the level, but in the same league. We're not gods now. The Satanists say all that. But you know it to be true at some level that you have the potentiality because who made you? The imprint, the seal. But with that potentiality is free will. You must be given choices. And God's children, he says, I love the sparrow so much, sparrow of the field. Think how much more I love you. To have to put your children through this. Just like when you have a child with your wife or husband, you're giving them life, you're giving them love, you're giving them pain, you're giving them all the experiences. You're giving them when they're 60 years old or 80 years old or dying of cancer and incredible pain. But all the pleasure, all the goodness, all the consciousness, all the reality, you did just like God did. As above, so below. We're made in the image of God. And the churches don't like you to know that, so, because the Luciferians sell the lie that you're already God and all those lies. No, you're fallen. And then you've got the churches saying, oh, no, that's misinterpreted. No, look at what we've already built, ladies and gentlemen. But they're being honest about AI. When you turn yourself over to it, that Elon Musk giggles and says you will, it's suicide. But it's not suicide over the body. It's suicide over the soul if you willfully turn yourself over to that. So I'll get into the technicals here in a moment. of this. And then the technicals are not my hypothesis that we all know is true, because it's the truth. Everyone already knows it. Every culture already knew it. It's manifest all around you. I mean, you read Ezekiel, it's like spaceships land and dudes are floating on deals with like blue firmaments over their heads, like, space helmets, and they're take this, and then, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on around here, folks. They didn't on the UFO channel. We're talking about the real deal here. God's workers, the angels, who don't procreate because they're not living. They were made. And then God tried to make one, not in failure, knowing it'd be the tester, that was given free will. So it's a robot. That's why Satan keeps creating silicon life forms and tells his minions, you can only transcend when you give up your body and die. All their statements are, you will merge with machines, you will live forever, but your physical body must die. It's a con game. You'll be absorbed into it, and it won't be who you really were. It'll be the counterfeit facsimile of all the learned knowledge of your genetic past and what you experienced in this test, because Satan's trying to become humanity. He's saying, join with the machines, you'll become God, because he's not God. He's trying to merge with us to become the stairway to heaven, to try to approach God. And that's the big mega secret. And that's what even the highest level Luciferians have been deceived on. You will only transcend through free will choosing God and the spirit, the program, the electrochemical system that Christ brought. And God, through, they're telling you, they already know, through that avatar coming down to earth, because if God was going to put us through that, God, that incredible all-knowing consciousness that created all of this, focused down to show us, if I'm going to send you through boot camp, if I'm going to send you through BUD/S training, if I'm going to send you through the Ranger program, if I'm going to make you do all of this, I'm going to show you how it's done. Isn't that amazing? And everyone listening knows that's the truth. It's why they're so scared of Christians. It's why they wanted to eradicate it, because it's an ongoing transmission. They've got all their radio telescopes and all their things trying to find God, trying to find whatever, because they already know that God's already here, already through the ether, all through the dimensions, across all galaxies, all dimensions. And that's what this test is. So they can do fiber optic that causes no radiation to speak of. It's light energy. No radiation to humans. That's 500, 1,000 times better than broadcast. Broadcast is dirty. It picks up other transmissions from space. It's bad for our cells. But they want it. Why? Because you don't have a decision. With regular television or radio, you dial to the frequency. It's still a radiation transmission with a digital receiver picking it up. Think about how your cells pick it up, but it's billions of times weaker than the aggregate of the cell towers and the 5G that will blast through stone and wood. You won't be able to hide from it, and will get control of everything you do and track you. But if everyone had to plug into something, they could have plugs everywhere and then have data. They wouldn't have control when you unplug. So see, they want full control where they're always in your devices. There's no way to hide. It's an attempt to be God with a false electronic omnipresence. But there's much more to know, and I will reveal it and how to stop it on the other side. So I've gotten into the big picture and what the establishment even believes, but they think they've sided with the right entity. None of these people are atheists. And you've seen Elon Musk and a bunch of them come out and say, no, they're worshiping some entity they believe interdimensionally is communicating with them to build this AI system that's going to take us to the next level. It's the same transmission that Arthur C. Clarke was getting. He was a big illuminist, and of course, he wrote Childhood's End and a bunch of other books that repeat that message that there's an entity communicating with us. In his original, 2001, it's Lucifer. is the name of the star. They have to go to Lucifer. They have to ignite Lucifer. They have to basically have sex with Lucifer spiritually to create the star child. And then that is the superior creature that will be allowed to live. So I'm not the one coming up with this. I'm telling you what they're all into. When Elon Musk kind of freaked out 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and then they tried to tank his company, and George Soros bought a big piece of it. Now he's like, next year, bring your kids into the mall. We'll put a bunch of wires in their brain. So we could talk all day long about 5G and how we don't want it and how the mainstream news even admits, oh, yeah, it's really high radiation. Even regular cell phones give you brain cancer. And I talked about this when I was in, because I got all these articles, but isn't anecdotal better? We're sitting there at dinner, and my wife's already asleep because I've been working late, and she's with the kids. And I'm out with Drew, the camera guy, and we're eating dinner. And I go, whoa, my cell phone just beamed, not just regular heat, but I could feel heat right through my hand. It's a real feeling. And I go, it only happens sometimes, but it's like powerful. And I pull up a diagram on it. I said, yeah, this is where the transmitter is, the microwave transmitter. And I said, feel this. And I said, it's not as hot as it was a minute ago, but it's still, he put his hand not on the screen, but over it. He goes, whoa, I could feel the heat. And it was shooting out. Now, I don't know if that's a malfunction. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose because they can obviously, it's declassified, oscillate it to control human behavior. That's old news. Just type in cell phones and mind control. Cell phone radiation and behavioral control. I mean, it's patents. And again, I'm sitting there this morning and I reach across to give orange juice to my middle daughter and it's burning me. I don't know if they're trying to kill me with it or what, but it's like, and I go, whoa, and it's like hot. And I made the decision right there, no matter how useful these damn things are, because technology's fine, but it's what they jack it with. I got to get rid of it. I got to at least start having weekends free, no cell phones, go back to landlines, and we're doing it. They're all going away. They're all getting locked up. Every day when I get home, I'm done with them. And a lot of smart folks like Matt Druggs years ago, refused to have them because they're a little portable, super high-tech computer with more tech in this than, 30 years ago could be in a 10-story building. And it knows your heartbeat. It already knows everything. It's listening to you all the time. This is your little digital minder. And it might as well be a chip in your brain. It's already frying your brain. It's already giving you cancer. And so I always say I'm a hypocrite. I admit things are bad, then I still do them. But if you're a radio listener, you're not seeing this. Mind control by cell phone, Scientific American. I mean, this is not my opinion. People keep saying, why is it all coming out? Why are you right about everything? Because it was all in the medical and scientific literature 50 years ago, on average. They're about 45, 50 years ahead from the research and development to when they deploy it to us. And when they deploy it, it's always bad. It's always the worst possible thing. It doesn't just destroy your attention span. It doesn't just in studies make you don't have friends and family. It doesn't just make you depressed. It doesn't just surveil on you. It doesn't just kill you and give you cancer. It manipulates all of us and knows our dreams so they can always be ahead of us with trends. It's our warden. It's our jail guard. It's our slave master. It's our king. It's our God. It's our mommy and our daddy. We spend more time with it than we do with our newborn babies. And so this week and last week, I was talking about the heat coming off the thing. So I went and got another one on Monday. Again, this bastard did it. Was it today or yesterday? Again. Because I know heat when I feel it. You're like, whoa, it's beaming. It's got some pulse power where it's got like a real microwave, like you're inside a microwave. I mean, that takes power to go, whoa. That's what they've always said. They can remotely kill people they don't like, I guess, with these. So I think at an instinctive level, I have to just get rid of them completely. Because it's slow killing us, but if they want to, and there's been reports on this, they can kill you quickly with 5G particularly. But this baby is hot in the air when it happens. And it's not buzzing, nobody's calling. It's just hot. Everybody check this for yourselves. It's amazing. I mean, hurts like, ooh, through my body. It's a pain I never felt. It's like a burning and an aching right through the hand, right through the arm. Had it in my pocket like I said, when I was in San Diego, it was real bad in San Diego. I was like, man, that's hurting. Like that. What? It's like it pulse hot, and I'd pull it out and it'd be hot, pulse hot. It's from China. China controls the code keys to the whole cloud. It's all admitted. And I'm here criticizing the Chi-Coms, and I've got a Chi-Com device inches from my testicles. So